Nobody knows the story.
Right, okay.
So I get a call from Harry, Prince Harry, on Easter Saturday. And he says, "Oh, sorry to bother you, but we have a duck problem here. Some baby ducks, a duck had come into their yard and had laid the eggs and had these ducks, like 8 other chicks." And he says, "Our pond is a stream. We don't have a pond. So can we bring the ducks over to your pond?" And I said, "Sure. But could you wait?" Because Gail's grandkids were there. Kirby was there with her family. I said, "Wait until I can get the kids down to the pond to come to see you put the ducks in the pond."
Yeah.
So he goes, "No, we're coming right away. We're coming over." Okay. So we have the kids all waiting for the ducks to come to the pond. Harry pulls up and I say, "No, the pond is that way." He opens the door. He goes, "What? Which way?" I go, "Pond is that way." And as he opens the door, the mama duck flies out. And he's got all the baby ducks in a box. So he goes, "Oh no, the mama duck has flown away." Then we're chasing the mama duck who's in the front yard and has flown to the other side. We've got her ducks. Harry's running after. Meghan gets out. She's running after, chasing the mom and trying to get the mom to come back with her ducks. And for like a half an hour, we're running around with the ducks in the box and we're all...
Imagine getting a call from Prince Harry on a quiet Easter Saturday. Yes, that's exactly what happened to Oprah Winfrey. Now, this wasn't your average run-of-the-mill phone call. No, this was a royal plea for help, a regal SOS of sorts. And the problem? Ducks. Yes, you heard that right, folks. Ducks. So there's Oprah, probably enjoying her morning coffee when her phone rings. On the other end, Prince Harry, with his charming British accent, says, "Sorry to bother you, but we have a duck problem here." Just picture it, the Duke of Sussex, in all his royal splendour, grappling with a duck dilemma. A duck had waddled its way into their yard and decided it was a prime spot to lay eggs. Before they knew it, they had a brood of fluffy chicks on their hands. Now here's the catch. The Sussexes' pond isn't really a pond, it's more of a stream. Not exactly the best place for a family of ducks to set up home. So Prince Harry, in his gallant manner, proposes, "We don't have a pond, so can we bring the ducks over to your pond?" And Oprah, being the gracious hostess she is, readily agrees. But wait, there's a twist. Her best friend Gail King's grandchildren were visiting for the holiday weekend, so she says, "Wait until I can get the kids to come down to the pond so they can see you put the ducks in the pond." But the Sussexes, eager to relocate their feathered friends, insist, "No, we're coming right away, we're coming over." So, armed with a box of baby ducks, the Sussexes were on their way to Oprah's. Little did they know, they were about to kick off one of the most hilarious, unforgettable Easter adventures the celebrity world has ever seen. Stay tuned as we dive into the duck chase that ensued. It's a story you definitely don't want to miss. What was supposed to be a simple duck relocation turned into an unexpected adventure. As soon as Harry delicately unlatched the box lid, the mama duck took to the skies. A stunning sight. The bird's instinctive flight response kicked in, and off she went, darting across the yard, leaving a flurry of feathers in her wake. Now, imagine the scene. There's Harry, the Duke of Sussex, who just wanted to give these little ducklings a new home, suddenly finding himself in the middle of an impromptu duck chase. His surprise was palpable, but there was no time to dwell on it. The mission had changed. It was no longer about relocation, it was about reuniting. As the mama duck fluttered and flapped her way to freedom, Harry, without missing a beat, gave chase. His determination mirrored that of a knight in a medieval tale, though this time his quest was to catch a rogue duck. Meghan, too, jumped into the fray. She wasn't about to let Harry have all the fun. Together they zigzagged across the yard, their laughter echoing through the estate. There was a sense of camaraderie, a shared purpose that only a wild duck chase could bring about. Meanwhile, Oprah, the legendary media mogul herself, wasn't just a spectator. She joined the Sussexes in their quest, adding her own flair to the chase. It was an unexpected Easter Saturday indeed, but one filled with laughter and a sense of unity. As they all ran around, trying to coax the mama duck back towards her ducklings, the scene was nothing short of a comedy skit. Here were these world-renowned figures, engrossed in a game of duck, duck, goose, or rather duck, duck chase. For half an hour they found themselves in a wild duck chase. It was a sight to behold. And though it was far from the tranquil afternoon they'd envisioned, it was an adventure they wouldn't forget. The ducklings, safe and sound, watched as their mother led the Sussexes and Oprah on a merry dance. This, my friends, was the beginning of the great duck chase. This isn't exactly the typical Easter story you'd expect, but it's one that had everyone in stitches. Picture this: a sunny Easter Saturday, a box full of ducklings, and a royal couple chasing around a startled mama duck. This is certainly not your average Easter tale, but it's one that Oprah Winfrey, Meghan and Harry found themselves right in the middle of. Now, anyone who knows Oprah knows she's seen a lot in her time. From intense interviews to heartwarming stories, she's covered it all. But a royal duck chase? That's definitely a first. You can imagine the scene with Harry and Meghan, usually so poised and elegant, running around like they're participating in some kind of comedic wildlife documentary. And the laughter. Oh, the laughter. You might think of laughter as the soundtrack to this hilarious spectacle. It's not just the chuckles from the onlookers, but the belly laughs that come from the sheer absurdity of the situation. It's the kind of laughter that's infectious, that leaves you gasping for air, and that, days later, still brings a smile to your face when you remember the scene. But it's not just the humour that makes this story so memorable. It's the unexpected joy that comes from the unexpected. It's the fact that these high-profile personalities could let loose, have fun, and just be in the moment. It's the realisation that, despite their fame and their titles, they're just like us when it comes to the unpredictability of nature. And let's not forget the ducklings. These little guys, who unknowingly caused such a ruckus, were simply looking for a good home. And in the end, they found one, thanks to the kindness and quick thinking of their unexpected rescuers. So there you have it. An Easter tale that's more about ducks than bunnies, more about laughter than tradition, and more about the unexpected than the planned. It was an Easter Saturday that none of them would ever forget. In the end, the ducks were safe, and the Sussexes and Oprah had a story to tell. After a chaotic half-hour of chasing and coaxing, the wayward waterfowl finally found their way to Oprah's pond. It was a sight to behold, a flurry of feathers and laughter, as a royal couple and a media mogul found themselves in the middle of an impromptu duck-herding operation. With the ducks safely swimming in their new home, the Sussexes, out of breath but grinning from ear to ear, made their way back home. No doubt they were looking forward to a quiet afternoon, free of any further feathered interruptions. This unexpected Easter adventure highlighted the humour and camaraderie that can come out of even the most unlikely situations. It was a glimpse into the playful and down-to-earth side of the Sussexes that we rarely get to see. Far from the grandeur of palaces and the formality of royal duties, here they were, chasing ducks around Oprah's yard. It was a refreshing and endearing sight that reminded us that they, too, are just people who can appreciate a good laugh. And Oprah, ever the gracious host, not only provided a safe haven for the ducks, but also a warm and inviting atmosphere that allowed such a hilarious event to unfold. Her recounting of the story, filled with laughter and a spot-on British accent, was a testament to her storytelling prowess and her close relationship with the Sussexes. This story, though simple and light-hearted, was a beautiful testament to the power of unexpected moments and the joy that can come from embracing the unexpected. It was a tale that transcended the usual celebrity narrative, providing a hearty chuckle and a human touch to the often distant world of fame. And that, my friends, is the hilarious tale of the Sussexes, Oprah Winfrey and the Easter Ducks. An unexpected adventure that turned into a story for the ages.